Bro, what the fuck is going on with Young Thug? Who is like a good video on this shit? I guess I watch Fantano shit, even though, you know, I don't agree with him musically wise. Let's see what the fuck he talking about, man.
Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. I hope you're doing well. And it's time to do a pretty interesting follow-up here on this channel, essentially giving you guys a bit of an update on...
Bro, is Fantano trying to be like academics? What the fuck is going on, man? What is going on in this timeline? This is crazy. Does he like normally post about rap drama, or is this something new?
One of the most consequential legal to-dos to come out of the rap world in the last few years, and that would be the Young Thug YSL RICO case. Something most likely you guys are familiar with at this point. We have covered it a few times.
Hey, I'm trying to figure out like what's going on with this shit. I heard Thug been snitching and shit. To be honest, do I really care if he snitches? No. I think if you get caught, you should snitch. Like who the fuck wants to spend all their time in jail around men? Oh hell nah. I be snitching so fucking fast.
This channel.
Be around men all day? No thank you.
Not only because Young Thug is obviously one of the biggest artists in the industry today, but in addition to that, this case was potentially pretty consequential due to the way in which, at a few points, rap, lyrics, and certain Young Thug songs were essentially entered into the case as evidence of his illegal activity. It's also
damn, it's crazy that they can use lyrics as evidence. I mean, I didn't know that the lyrics are real though. I guess if they corroborate all the shit and it makes sense and checks out, I guess they can use it.
Prosecution.
I think that's how that works. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer.
Spent a good deal of this case trying to paint YSL as not just a label, music collective, what have you, but also a formal criminal syndicate. And a significant part of that effort, at least in the eyes of the public watching this case anyway, came down to...
You know what I think they really trying to do, all these rappers? I think they really trying to free all their ass so like they can all be in the streets. And then I think they trying to instigate some beef so they kill each other because this saves some money on the taxpayers and it gets these folks off the streets faster. I mean, that's what I would do. So...
Gunna, an artist who I've covered numerous times on my channel. Not positively, I will say, as I'm not like really a massive fan of the guy's music, but a significant part of...
Fantano, why don't you like Gunna? Is it really because of the music, or is it because Gunna been snitching and you don't fuck with snitches?
The discourse regarding the...
Like I said, man, sniffed around with snitching.
The YSL RICO case came down to Gunna taking what's known as an Alford plea, where he essentially took a deal where he got to maintain his innocence while simultaneously telling the court pretty much what it wanted to hear about the...
Yo, if I upload this shit and Fantano fucking copyright strike me, oh my gosh, you can't be hating on snitches no more. Okay?
State.
That's worse than snitching. Copyright striking people is worse than snitching.
Of YSL.
Fucking with folks' channels for reactions is worse than snitching.
Essentially framing it as a criminal enterprise while simultaneously also on top of that putting out a public statement talking about his reasons for joining YSL and how, you know, for him it was really about the music and his career and so on and so forth. Now, Gunna apparently is still connected to the YSL and 300 Entertainment labels to this day.
Because he signed to him.
His latest record, the last one, dropped through the label, but it still remains that taking this plea it did not...
Bro, they got Gunna in a crazy ass situation. Like, his label fucking hates him, but he has to make money for them. Oh my god, I will fucking hate this shit. Like, you working for people you don't like. You working for people that want to kill you. I don't know. I would have snitched too. Fuck them.
A lot of positive press for Gunna in the immediate, meaning he was instantly painted as a rat, as a snitch. And look, I'm not going to come on here and pretend like I'm the #1 expert or authority or, you know, the most important voice when it comes to street politics, the Atlanta...
Dude, no one intelligent cares about street politics. Street politics is the stupidest shit ever. If you do some street ass shit, you will realize how stupid street politics is. It's basically... you gotta be the toughest dude ever, but everyone else can snitch on you. That's basically what street politics is. No, it's stupid. And once you snitch, then you become the worst person in the world. It's dumb.
Pop scene, the ethics of snitching.
You don't want to get dragged in this shit, man.
silent or any of that. I mean, look at me. Do I look like your go-to source for that information? No,
Of course not.
obviously I'm not. But it still remains that Gunna is one of the most popular rappers out of Atlanta on the scene today. He has quite a bit of crossover appeal in the music industry, actually. And that's despite the fact that since taking that Alford plea, there have been a lot of hip-hop artists and fans who have come out
Oh
against
my
him. And it's
gosh.
led to at least a little
Like calling people a rat doesn't make you tough. No one cares if you think someone so's a rat. We don't know these people. We just like the music they put out.
bit of alienation in the industry, which he most definitely needed to overcome in order to build his career back to where it is today. Because again, despite me not really being a big fan of his latest record myself, I can't really deny that commercially it did do pretty well. These accusations and this general portrayal of Gunna as a snitch, as a rat, have long broken containment from the hip-hop world. These are jokes and allegations and
See, this is what I was speaking on a couple minutes ago. The street code. Yes, everyone knows the street code is fake. The street code is there for like the big fish to bully everyone else, man.
framing that he has needed to
It's
dodge and
stupid.
work around for years at this point. So now, with all of that being said, what is especially interesting today is that recently information has come to light that Gunna might not have been the only person who fed the authorities some information, told them what they wanted to hear. We now have Young Thug responding to allegations of snitching himself.
Damn. So you telling me both sides snitched? You telling me that both men didn't want to spend the rest of their lives in jail with a bunch of men around them all the time? I would have never guessed that.
Outright posting
Trust me, everyone that goes to jail snitches or tries to snitch. Everyone.
and denying a statement that is on the first page of a legal document saying that he gave some kind of testimony or information while in a police car. And also in the wake of all of this,
I would argue that jail is probably worse than hell. At least in hell, it's probably women there.
there is an almost 2-hour piece of deposition audio that fans have just been absolutely going over with a fine-tooth comb. And now, also on top of this, he has been in a back and forth with fellow Atlanta rapper Rollo, essentially pointing at each other and arguing over who told the most. Now, at the time of me shooting this video, the dust obviously is not fully settled on this topic. The full details are sure to pan out over the next few weeks or so. But the reason I'm really making this video here is that personally, I find it to be patently unfair that Gunna was essentially put into a situation where he had to really soak up the brunt of the view, the accusations, the
Yeah, dude, it's unfair for all these snitches. It's unfair for Gunna. It's unfair for 6ix9ine. It's unfair for every rapper that snitched that doesn't get smoked. And they only care about, people only care about their favorite people. Like, they don't care about Young Thug snitching because he's popular. But 6ix9ine and fucking Gunna, they're unpopular or they're infamous. So people care about them snitching.
perception that he's just a rat, a snitch. And frankly, I think it's pretty commendable that, since taking that plea, which, to put it clearly, again, I'm not exactly
You
in
know,
the position
like I said earlier, the streets is biased. You know, they pick and choose. People pick and choose. It's not just the streets, it's people in general.
to make the moral call on what he should or shouldn't have done there. And getting back into his music career, Gunna seemingly has turned a lot of his life around and just sort of seems to be focusing a lot on making new music, doing features here and there, and doing a lot of working out, which
Yeah,
again,
that's
totally
what you
cool.
need to do. After you snitch, you need to get out of jail, mind your fucking business, do what you gotta do, and take care of yourself. Fuck these other folks. They not gonna goddamn do. Let me stop cussing. They not gonna do your time for you, so fuck them or forget them. And I gotta keep this PG, man.
And, despite the fact that I'm not crazy about the man's music, I still would like to see him personally do well. Okay, cutting in here to add some additional thoughts to this very messy, ongoing story, because, yes, this whole thing is still unfolding and is becoming a worse and worse look by the day. But again, keep in mind, up until this point where I am recording this new bit of video, the internet, broadly speaking, is looking at Young Thug pretty skeptically now. And you have terms getting thrown around like Ratlanta. So with the conversation around all this,
yeah, it's a rat in Atlanta, but it's a rat everywhere. Like I said, everyone fucking snitches. Everyone that has been to jail has snitched. I'm sure Little Baby has snitched. I'm sure all these folks snitched.
being so hot, of course, out of the blue,
It's not surprising.
in comes some leaked audio
I'm sure Finesse 2 times snitched.
that is, of course, now creating quite the diversion. But the biggest and most relevant piece of audio that a lot of people are discussing now is this claim that Young Thug makes over a phone call that he paid tens of thousands of dollars in order to give Gunna enough streams behind his new album at the time to compete with Morgan Wallen and also the.
Damn, so you telling me these rappers are view button, these streamers are view button? It's almost like everything on the internet is fake, man. I'm telling you, man. Dead internet theory is real. Most of the things you see on the internet is curated and artificial and BS, man. Do not believe the stuff you see on the internet. It's just a bunch of rich people just paying to have their stuff promoted and paying to have their stuff put in your face to persuade you to think a certain way, to persuade you to think the way they want you to think.
New Weekend album, Dawn FM, when that record was dropping.
The number one album you just had right now, I paid for you to have a number one album. You didn't, you know what I'm saying, honestly earn a number one album over the weekend, my boy. I paid for that shit. You never earned a number one album. I spent 50 extra grand buying motherfucking streams, $50,000 buying streams for you.
Oh, the man talking like the boss. I like that, man. That's how I be talking, man. You know, I got my own business, so I gotta talk my shit and pop my shit too.
Yeah, that Gunna record did do very well commercially. Even one of his biggest hits actually came off of that record. I mean, it did seem like at the time there was at least some true organic interest around what Gunna was making and put out on that record. But still, this phone call now calls into question the legitimacy of that album's commercial success, because we're literally talking about buying streams here. And maybe,
like I said, man, like nowadays, forget the numbers. It's, do you like the product that this person is giving you or not? Who cares what everyone else thinks? It's all about you. Your life is always about you, not everyone else.
This topic on this channel, because now this audio has opened up a larger conversation, of course, about who has bots, who doesn't, who streams, and
everyone has bots, man. This stuff is fake.
But again, just let it be known, I don't think it's at all an accident that this audio has now come out at this time, and the conversation is now less around who's talking about who's admitting to what, and now instead we're talking about Gunna, is he even a legitimate artist because his streams are potentially bought?
Yes,
so,
he's an artist.
A lot of madness around.
But to be fair, anyone can be an artist. All you gotta do is, you know, have an art, you know, have a craft, rap, paint. Anyone can be an artist. Now, are you a good artist? Probably not. I don't like rapping anymore. It's trash.
This topic right now, complete insanity, actually.
I mean, to be honest, to be fair, I never really did like rapping anyway, you know. I just like Lil Wayne and Drake and X. And that's about it.
Let me know what you guys think about all of this down in the comments. I'm sure you will. Over here next to my head is another video that you can check out. Hit that up, or a link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantana.
All right, so how do y'all feel about this Young Thug situation? To me personally, like I said, I don't care about snitching, so I don't really care about this situation, you know. But let me know how you feel about this, Giant. I'm gonna see y'all next time.